XIlyana here, musician, artist, LGBTQIA advocate, transgender two-spirit icon, PTSD survivor, and victim of military sexual trauma. I took some time off, a day. I had to rethink how I'm doing things, how I'm dealing with what's been going on. YouTube is a lovely platform, it really is, but it attracts a certain element of just rude, hurtful people. And that's not exactly my vibe. I'm not exactly the happiest person in the world, but I don't think I deserve any of that. Oh well. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm XIlyana. I don't go out onto the YouTube that much. Feel free to let me know who you are. Welcome to the revolution. And I say the revolution because my petition, I always got it wrong. It's actually, but I mean, in the description it's correct, but I had it wrong. But the petition for veterans to be paid directly is change.org/Save American Heroes. Hi, Motion. How are you? I know I took some time off in order to deal with some of the stress I've been going through. I mean, I have my PTSD from military sexual trauma. And yes, Lucifer, I can't believe it. You got a brand new name and everything. New lease on live. Welcome back to my channel then. Wow, wow, wow. We got a returning guest here. I'm just glad that I've taken some strides to make change. While I was taking some time off, I finally put together a petition to fight contamination of our food being sold in California. It's pretty much a local thing. I know that they're doing this across the country and outside America as well. But here in California, they have something called Proposition 65. Proposition 65 in California means that if there is something wrong with the food that they're trying to sell you, they have to let you know. So they have it as a little clickable link right underneath your food that there's something wrong with it, if there's something wrong with it. The only problem is it's also really cheap. Most people don't click that link. And some people click the link, they read it, but they're also very, very poor, like veterans like myself. I'm extremely, extremely poor, for I be so impoverished. I can read, hey, there's lead in the food that you purchased. It's cheap, it's on sale. Do you still want it? And I have to say, gee, I really need to eat. And I have PTSD, so I can't go to the store. Or if I do go to a store, it's one within 2 or 3 blocks, because if I go any further, I'm almost guaranteeing a PTSD triggered episode. Grow your own food, people. I absolutely believe so. And this is why I'm fighting for my benefits. Some people fight for their benefits so that they can, throw themselves an everlasting party. I'm saying I need my own farm because I can't trust the food in America. When I go to a restaurant, I don't know about these people. I don't know what they do. I don't go behind the counter and into the kitchen to see what they're doing. It is mystery what they're doing. what they're adding into your food. And when they do tell you what they're adding into your food, it's mostly salt and fat. It makes it taste amazing. But you don't ask any questions. You don't ask any questions about what's that doing to you. You don't ask any questions about where they grow it. You just open up your mouth, shove the food in, and then you pay. I don't like that. I don't like that for anyone. Motion, thank you so much for coming by. You have a good one. So I started this petition. It's actually doing quite well. Even change.org say, hey, we'll give you some extra petition views just for doing what you do. And hi there, Eric Garcia. Wow, we got good people here. You know, it's a little smaller chat, and I don't mind that. I actually prefer the smaller chats than the bigger ones because the bigger ones were just they were getting excessively mean. Like I said, that's just not my vibe. Like I come here as a disabled veteran to mostly talk about veteran issues and environmental issues. There's no reason to attack me. I know people don't like the fact that I have an English accent and I talk about American politics. What I'm going to do, I'm going to fucking live here. I mean, you don't need to have an American accent in order to speak on American issues. That's just something to appease your ears, and I don't have to appease your ears in order to serve you as a human being. My other petition, change.org/Save American Heroes, not doing so well. I'm hoping that that turns around because I'm not doing well. I'm not. I'm not. I'm trying with my lawyer to get my PTSD rating because now they say I have PTSD. It took them 7 years, but now they say I have PTSD. But they're also saying, yeah, but we have a difference of opinion on it, and could you go to just one more meeting? Just one more. Could you go to one more meeting? And I flat out told them no. I flat out told them no because they're doing everything in their power to try and stack things against me, to try and keep me from having any disability benefits. Because if they can do that, then they can say, well, you know, we did everything we could. And then it comes off as like I'm the problem. And it's no. If I try and take public transportation, these people will grope me. If I try to take public transportation, people will come across the whole train car just to harass me. That's because I live in LA. Like if I could move to someplace else, maybe I might go to an appointment. But then they would also set the appointment up with a female nurse practitioner, and I told them, you know what, I've been sexually abused by Master Sergeant Miranda, a female Master Sergeant of the United States Air Force, and sexually assaulted on a bus by a woman grabbing my genitals because I wouldn't say hello to her. I don't feel comfortable anymore about having women near me. And I'm sick and tired of LA constantly shoving me into situations where women are always near me. Now, if I was a celebrity and it made sense to do that because, you know, these are my fans or whatever, that's something. But no, I'm just a disabled American veteran. I make fucking terrible, terrible music. Like my new song, Where Is That Fat Ass White Girl? I don't expect people to dance to that. I don't expect people to start tapping their feet or whatever. You know, hear that in the club. You wouldn't hear a song like that in the club. Nah, nah. Listen to somebody else. Listen to somebody else. I do my music as art therapy. I don't do my art music for people to like. I look at the numbers for my music, all my covers, they're completely ignored. So I wasted my money there. But I made that decision to share my artwork with people. Okay, let me try that again. My reinterpretations of other people's music. And as I said, if people like it, they like it. If they don't like it, they don't like it. Um, I don't know what to say. I came on here to do a small update and to let people know, hey, I am alive. I'm still here. I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. Well, I'm just not gonna put up with this BS, this absolute BS of living in LA. I have I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything because I can't stay. I can't stop with the likes. I'm trying to distance. You see, this is why I'm upset. Is I'm a very upset person. I'm trying to distance myself emotionally from the amount of psychological torture that Los Angeles puts me through. The last time I was on Clint's channel as a spectator, just a spectator, he was trying to be as supportive as possible by saying, "Man, you're safe where you are. Get over it. Get over it." I wish it was that simple. I wish it was as simple as just shake your hair and all your troubles, just forget your troubles, come on, get happy. Just you can put a smile on your face and walk out that door and things would be as they were before. That is not what I'm experiencing. What I'm experiencing is above and beyond. I already have to deal with my PTSD flashbacks. My PTSD flashbacks, which are so severe that I had to burn my hand to get myself out of it. But that pales in comparison to having women run up to you in public, women try to break into my apartment, women constantly knocking on my door, ringing my doorbell. Even today, some woman just rang my doorbell for no goddamn reason. It freaks me out. It freaks me out. And I don't understand it. Los Angeles, like, what is your end game? Because all you do is make me hate you more. All you do is just make you more hateable by doing that. I used to call this podcast I Hate LA, Love Me Anyway. But then that's a little reductive when I'm not the only one who's hurting. All veterans are hurting. I talk a lot about my problems of living in LA, living in a city where the women are super aggressive, not just assertive, aggressive. When you grab someone's genitals, it's a complete stranger, and it's not a joke, and it's not a ha 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 whatever. When you're just trying to do that to dehumanize another human being, you're a terrible person. But even worse, you're a terrible city for allowing something like that. I know it's important to keep speaking up. So one person in the chat, 10 people in the chat, Hello there, Josh. How you doing there, Josh? I'm still gonna keep this conversation going because people with military sexual trauma, they do as I'm doing right now. I'm hiding. I'm hiding in my own apartment. But they harm themselves. I harm myself. They harm themselves. They drink. They do drugs. Sometimes they just give up. I don't want to give up. I don't want them to give up. So for all military sexual trauma victims, as embarrassing as it is to look at my disheveled hair and my haggard looking face, that not even fucking retouching can fix how I am sleep deprived. I'm still going to talk. Take up space. Be annoying as fuck with my little accent. Because no one talks about military sexual trauma. Military sexual trauma happens to all of us. The government thinks that when they rape or sexually assault or sexually abuse a serviceman, they're just damaging one person. That's not true. They are hurting entire families. When you have PTSD, you're not the same person that left to join the military. You're different forever. There's coldness to you. Do I play Roblox? I downloaded the app for the phone, but I mean, I don't know how to use it. It sucks. And that, and I tried Minecraft, and Minecraft actually just gave me too much PTSD, so I had to stop. Like the whole point of Minecraft is there are monsters everywhere, and you need to either build yourself a castle or pick up a sword and start fighting them. And that's what life is in America. You pick up a sword or you hide in your castles. And in America, they legislate who can have a sword and who can have a weapon and who can't. And, this idea that America is lawless hasn't really caught on yet. We watch zombie movies, we watch Mad Max, and we think, that's a fantastic story. Cool story, bro. We don't think that's what it means to live in America. That's what it means to step outside your house these days and go to a city. You're dealing with thugs, drug addicts, and criminals. And some people just say, well, you stay in the good parts of town and, you'll be fine. What about all the other times when you have to travel? And do you only travel in those good parts? Do you ever have to travel to where I live? I have to go through downtown LA to go to anything fun or anything that I need. Anything I need. Like if I even need to go to the VA to go to the hospital, I have to go through downtown LA because there is no VA hospital on this side. If we're talking about this side, I might as well go to Orange County. And that's how the Department of Veteran Affairs has fucked me over. They fucked me over when they didn't allow me to enjoy California. And when I say enjoy California, I mean go to a fucking drum circle, beach party, just sit in the sand, listen to the waves, and fucking cry if I want to. Or live in like Thousand Oaks or Pasadena and let that be, enough. Let that be amazing. Just I've gone to Pasadena. I've just walked around. Is it 100% safe? Of course not. Still Los Angeles County, but you feel like there's a slower pace. Because I've been to Arcadia, and I know that it's north and east from downtown LA. But when you walk through that area, there's nobody there. It's quiet, so quiet, and you can just walk if you want to. And they have a homeless problem. Like I've been through some of that, and I've seen that there's some homeless encampments there, and you may not want to walk everywhere around at night, but in the daytime, and if you walk at a leisurely pace or maybe a quickened pace when you see any real trouble, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. I don't feel that way where I live. Where I live, it's just people on top of people on top of people, and it's not the right kind of people. My building alone, I can't say definitively that these people are drug addicts. I can't say that. They just give off a dirty tweaker vibe. Not a cool bohemian vibe, just a dirty tweaker vibe. And I don't like it. I don't like it whatsoever. Because that dirty tweaker vibe is a bunch of women trying to break into my apartment. That tweaker vibe is women coming up to my apartment with like a full beverage, spilling all over the place, trying to bang on my door for whatever reason. I I just don't want to be a part of that whatsoever. I said that this coming month I'm gonna spend the month just working on me emotionally, learning to meditate on my life and what's been going on because as I said, I'm all about hi Jelly. Hi, welcome to my little channel today. I'm so emotionally drained. I'm all about self-discovery. I'm all about putting in the time to try and heal what's broken inside. And I know that the only way to truly heal is if I get my benefits. Because when I get my benefits, I can say, hello, house, goodbye, apartment building in the ghetto. I could even say, you know what, why don't I just move to a town with a smaller population and a slow pace? The kind of town where you can tell people, you know, I just need you to step back. I need you to, just talk to me from over there. And they say, all right, we get it. Would you like more coffee or tea? And then that's it. I want that slow, small town vibe. I don't want to live in a city. I thought that I could be the city person with my little leather jacket and walk around. No, no, I don't think I will because here I am. I'm in LA and look what they did to me. Look what they did to me. I look a horrid mess. I have burns and scars and Like a whole chunk has been taken out my thumb. I don't even know how that happened. Um, I'm just too stressed. I'm too stressed. So YouTube is asking for like at least 3,500 or so more hours, watch hours, and that could take like 13 months. Um, I don't know if I have 13 months worth of content because if I have to do a single podcast on, and today in LA this happened, uh, that's just pathetic. So I don't know. I want to leave, but it costs money to leave. It costs money to move to someplace else and see what else I can do except leave LA. So I have not a lease. I could leave at any time, but while I have the apartment, I have an apartment. Save my money up. I guess I'll be moving either to a brand new state within this country, or I might move to a different country. But what I do know is that I don't think I'm going to do YouTube quite as much because I don't really want to deal with the haters. And I know there are some lovely people who come in, Clint, Jelly, Motion, Lucifer, Saffron, Linda. There's a lot of people. There are a lot of people who come in here. You know, Jaden, used to come in here, but I can't expect Jaden to, stay as a fan when all I do is talk about my military sexual trauma. Like what grown adult, let alone any other person, would want to listen to that day in, day out? I mean, that would traumatize a person. I'm traumatized. I don't want to hear it. However, I think everyone needs to be told the truth about what's happening to veterans. We're hurting every day, and this country does nothing for us. They say thank you for your service as if that is a magic band aid that covers being hungry, thank you for your service, being lonely, thank you for your service, having nightmares, thank you for your service. You see, it's not a magic band aid. It's a it's an excuse. It's an excuse of I didn't serve, but you did, and I feel guilty. That's what that phrase really means. So I'll check in from here and now, but I'll keep it short. I'm thinking like 30 minutes or less because I'm just not into the vibe that YouTube's been giving off lately. That and I want to have a life. Even if I celebrate my Pride Month by myself in solemn remembrance for all of our LGBTQ heroes that gave us the freedoms which we enjoy today, that's what I'm going to do with my time instead of be on YouTube. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, my fans. Thank you, everyone. See you on the next podcast.